Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The text arrived at 2:17 a.m., glowing against the dark ceiling while she slept beside me. I can't wait until it's finally just us. No name. No explanation. Just a message lighting up her phone on the nightstand, followed by a small red heart that felt louder than any scream. For a long time I didn't move. I listened to her breathing, slow, peaceful, innocent. The same rhythm I'd fallen asleep to for 5 years. The same sound that used to make the world feel safe. My first thought wasn't anger. It was confusion. Maybe it was a friend. Maybe a joke. Maybe I was the kind of paranoid husband I promised I'd never become. I turned the phone face down and told myself to sleep. I didn't. In the morning she smiled like nothing in the world had changed. She kissed my cheek while pouring coffee, asked if I wanted eggs, reminded me about the florist appointment for our wedding next month. I watched her move around the kitchen, sunlight in her hair humming softly, and I hated that a single message could make me question everything beautiful. "Rough night?" she asked. "Yeah, just work stuff." The lie tasted metallic. She reached for her phone on the counter, and for a split second something flickered across her face. Too quick to name, too subtle to accuse. Then it was gone, replaced by that familiar warmth I trusted more than my own instincts. I told myself to forget it. I couldn't. The signs didn't explode into view. They whispered. Missed calls, she said, were spam. Late meetings that ran a little too long. Showers the second she got home. Her phone suddenly always on silent. Turned slightly away when she typed. Small things. Harmless alone. Devastating together. The worst part wasn't suspicion. It was watching myself become someone who noticed. A week later, she fell asleep on the couch with her phone in her hand. I sat there for nearly an hour, staring at it like it might bite me. Don't be that guy. Trust her. Love means trust. But love also meant we were about to promise forever in front of everyone we knew. My hand moved before my conscience could stop it. The screen unlocked with a swipe. Messages. One thread pinned to the top. No name, just a single initial. I opened it. And the world went quiet. Photos of restaurants she said she'd never been to. Jokes that sounded intimate. Plans. Memories. And one message from her sent 3 nights earlier. After the wedding, I'll tell him. I just need a little more time. I didn't feel anger. Not yet. Just a strange, hollow stillness, like my life had stepped out of my body and was watching from across the room. I locked the phone and placed it back in her hand carefully, like returning evidence to a crime scene no one else knew existed. Then I sat in the dark until morning. The next few days felt unreal. We tasted cakes, finalized music, smiled at relatives, talked about honeymoon destinations. Every word she spoke sounded rehearsed, even when I knew it wasn't. Every memory we made felt counterfeit before it even happened. I kept waiting to explode, to scream, to demand truth. Instead, something colder grew inside me. Silence. 3 days before the wedding, she told me she was staying late at work. I nodded, kissed her goodbye, told her I loved her. Then I drove somewhere else. Not to her office. Not to follow her. To the small event hall where our reception was already half decorated with white flowers and soft gold lights. The manager recognized me and smiled, talking about seating charts and champagne deliveries. I listened politely. Then I canceled everything. The venue, the catering, the music, all of it. No drama, no explanation. Just a quiet signature on a clipboard and the sound of a future folding in on itself. My silent move. She found out the next morning. I was sitting at the kitchen table when she walked in, phone shaking in her hand, eyes wide with confusion. What did you do? Her voice wasn't angry. It was scared. I looked at her, really looked. The woman I loved. The woman who was leaving me before she'd even gone. I just saved us both some time, I said softly. Silence filled the room, thick and unbearable. Tears gathered in her eyes. You went through my phone. It wasn't a question. I nodded. She sank into the chair across from me, covering her face. And for the first time, the truth existed between us without pretending. I was going to tell you, she whispered. After the wedding, I said. Her shoulders shook. I didn't know how to hurt you. I let out a quiet breath. You already did. We didn't yell. Didn't accuse. Didn't throw blame like weapons. We just sat there mourning something that was still technically alive. I never meant for this to happen, she said. I believed her. That was the tragedy. Love hadn't disappeared. It had just stopped being enough. She packed slowly that afternoon. Each drawer closing sounded like a chapter ending. At the door she hesitated, like she wanted me to stop her. Like part of me still could. But love, I realized, isn't proven by holding on. Sometimes it's proven by letting go with dignity. I'm sorry, she said. I know. She waited. I didn't say anything else. And eventually she left. That night the apartment felt impossibly quiet. No humming in the kitchen. No soft breathing beside me. No future waiting in the next room. Just space. And pain. And something unfamiliar beneath it all. Peace. Because silence, I learned, can destroy more than anger ever could. But it can also save what little of you remains. And as the sun rose through the empty window the next morning, I understood something I wish I'd known sooner. Being left doesn't break you. Staying where you're not chosen does.